So in this class, we're going to go through a few terms to describe people who are unreliable or untrustworthy. 这些不靠谱的人. So starting off with flaky. So flaky is just someone who is very unreliable, 很不靠谱. But it's not the type of unreliable person who will like trick you, cheat you, that type of thing. 就不会骗你钱什么的，就是他们不太准时或者老放鸽子的那种人。So basically, people who commit to doing something, 他们就说我跟你一起玩吧，可是结果他们就不玩，他们取消或者就不来。Leave you hanging. They stand you up. 就是放鸽子 stand you up. So we would say that someone is flaky. For instance, Sam is flaky. That's the most basic use. Sam 不靠谱. If you invite him to something, he'll agree, but chances are he'll cancel or just not turn up. So you might say something like, oh, he's so flaky. There's no way he's coming tonight. 就是他很不靠谱，今晚肯定不来吧。或者 classic Justin. I knew he'd pull out last minute. He's so flaky. 就是 Justin 老这样，我知道他最后肯定会取消，他太不靠谱。Flaky 可能听起来有点凶 but it's not that bad. If you call someone flaky, it's not like a huge insult. OK, 第二个就是 slippery. 所以这个是一个比较大的 insult. Again, it just means someone is untrustworthy. Slippery 本来的意思就是很滑，比如你可能在公共厕所里看到了一个 sign that says like Caution, the floor is slippery. 就是小心地滑。但是 slippery 还可以表示 unreliable, 不靠谱。So basically someone you can't trust because they do immoral things or maybe even illegal things. 就是很狡猾，像蛇一样。比如蛇的皮肤很滑，可以说 slippery. 所以像蛇一样狡猾的人也是 slippery. 在英语里，你可以说 someone is as slippery as a snake or an eel, you know, 鳗鱼。或者你可以直接说 someone is slippery, 这个是最常见的。比如你可以说 he is so slippery, 他很狡猾。或者你可以说 she's a slippery customer. 这里 customer 的意思就是 person, 不一定是一个真的 customer. Slippery customer 差不多是一个固定搭配。So you wouldn't say something like he's a flaky customer when talking about people in general. You'd just say slippery customer. 比如你在派对，然后你看到一个人，他好像插队，然后又插队，一直偷偷去前面，你就可以说 he's a slippery customer, even though he's not your customer or anyone's customer. 你就可以说 someone is a slippery customer. Or obviously you could say someone is a slippery person or just slippery. It's not just customer. Or maybe you could say something like, I wouldn't trust him. He's got a reputation for being slippery. Okay, so that's slippery. Let's move on to the third word. Iffy. So basically iffy means something or someone that is kind of unreliable, not very good quality, or it can be something that's doubtful, something that you don't really believe will happen or has happened. 就是有点奇怪，不对劲儿，不确定，不妥，不放心，或者质量不好，等等，其实有好多用法。So let's start by talking about some iffy people. So how would we use this? What would we say? For instance, you could say, the guy next to you seems a bit iffy. Do you want to swap seats? This would basically mean the person next to you seems a bit strange. Maybe they're doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Or you could say, our new boss is really iffy. I don't like him at all. So you can also say something is iffy, and that would mean that it's maybe poor quality or unreliable. So for instance, 喝奶，你臭，你就可以说 the milk smells very iffy. So it smells like it's poor quality, it's gone off. 就是过期了，不能喝了，喝的话会拉肚子。So yeah, then you would say the milk smells iffy. Or someone who's flaky, when they pull out of something you're going to do, they might give an iffy explanation. So basically it's doubtful, you don't trust that it's true. So then you might say, your explanation is so iffy. What really happened? Okay, so our next word is woolly. Okay, so 本来 woolly just meant something made out of wool. 羊毛. Okay, so something woolly, often it's an explanation or something someone says. It's basically unbelievable. So it sounds like it's not true or that it can't be relied upon. Basically, it sounds like a lie. And that's because it's either vague or it's confusing. Maybe they say contradictory things. 就是不清不楚的，模糊的等等. So we can simply say something is woolly or a woolly something. So I might say to someone, your excuse for not coming is so woolly. Just admit you're flaky. Or and this happened to me recently, customer services gave me a really woolly excuse for why my flight was cancelled. 比如昨天晚上你的男朋友一直不接电话，第二天 you're asking him what happened, why didn't you pick up my calls? 然后他一直说一点东西，然后你完全不信，你就可以说Stop giving me a woolly explanation. I want to know what happened. And if somebody provides you with an iffy or woolly explanation or excuse, what can you say in response? 你可以说 no chance, like no chance that's happening. 不可能。或者可以说 never in a million years. Never in a million years. Basically means if I gave you a million years, you still wouldn't do this. 就是不可能 it's never gonna happen. 或者你也可以说 yeah.And pigs might fly. Yeah, and pigs might fly. 就是这个真的发生的话，猪都会飞了。意思就是不可能。或者也可以说 I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. 这个是我最喜欢说的。眼见为实。或者你也可以说 as if. As if. It's basically short for as if that's going to happen. Again, 不可能. So for example, if your friend said, I didn't come because I was having dinner with Angela baby, you would say as if, 就是不可能. Or, for example, if your teacher asked, why haven't you done your homework? And you said, my dog ate it.
骗人是小狗。
你可能在电视剧看过这个 excuse. I don't know why, but people use it a lot in the UK and America. Your teacher might say something like, oh, as if, as in, 这个不可能发生了。或者就是说的跟真的似的。Okay. 我们复习一下吧. So first we spoke about flaky, and that's basically somebody who makes plans but doesn't see them through. They either cancel or just don't turn up. Okay, and slippery, a slippery person 是狡猾的人. You can't trust them. And if something is iffy, it's unreliable, doubtful, or poor quality. And something that's woolly is either vague or confusing, like an explanation or an excuse. Okay? So don't be flaky and make sure you watch the next class.